Hi there, today going to learn about how to create animations and interactions in Wix Studio. So here I am in my Wix Studio website, and in order to do it, you just click on any element that you want to have an animations. For example, this one. I'll click on it, open the inspector tool, and then click this lightning icon right here. And then from here, you will have different options for different animations. So for example, we have the entrance animation. So it says elements will animate when they enter into view. So once we click on add, we now have different options right here for our animation, and we can also see its preview right here on our element when we click on different types of animations right here. So for example, maybe I want this animation right here. Once we click on it, you can also adjust it if you want. You can change the duration of your animation, you can change the direction, and it all depends on the specific animation that you have selected. So for example, we change the duration, and then we can click on preview, and then it will show us what the animation will look like. So we also have different animations. We adjusted the entrance animation. We can also have the hover animation. So for example, hovering over an element will trigger an animation. So we'll click on add, and then we'll have different options right here. Maybe we want to expand or shrink, skew, rotate, move, and so on and so forth. So maybe we want maybe you can have color if you want, but for color you will need to change the fill color. Maybe for example this one, and when we click on preview, it doesn't really show anything. Maybe we need to change some other things. We make it red, and then let's change the duration. And then sometimes it just depends on when your Wix Studio website is loading. So for now, maybe we'll choose a different animation. Maybe we'll choose this expand animation. Click on preview, and then we can see that the image expands. Maybe we can change it to 130% so that we can see it more clearly. And then we already have the entrance and the hover animation. You can also choose if you want to have a clicking animation to the element. For example, if we click on it, we can have maybe like a skewing animation. Let's see right here. Maybe we can make it like this. So like that, and then go back, and then we can already preview this example right here. So for example, we click on preview, and then we have our animation for this element. Once we hover on it, it expands. Once we click on it, it does the skewing animation. And then that is it. You just need to know what specific elements that you want to have animations for your website, and then just play around with the different options right here in the animations and effects, and then there you have your different animations and interactions in your Wix Studio website. And that is it for this video, and thank you for watching.